He is not going to sit there and kind of list a set of mistakes, and in his view. What he will do is, in a couple places in the speech, take responsibility where he could have done things different or better.
Like what?
In the sense of communicating and explaining the challenges we had and what were the missions of what he was setting out for the country to do or tackle in the areas of healthcare.
Will you scale back and compromise some of your goals, or will you try to keep basically the same legislation in place?
I think the objectives will never change. Okay? So the decision now is, what do we got to do to go forward? The notion of not doing something is off the table.
The president says he wants to work with the Republicans, but that really hasn't happened so far. So what makes you think it will now?
The president will continue to reach out to Republicans, offer them the chance to work together. I do think now that the Republicans clearly have 41 seats, with that ability comes accountability. They too will have responsibility for the direction this country takes and the choices we make.
As you know, people were pretty disgusted by deals that were made up on Capitol Hill, like the one given to Ben Nelson to win his support. If the White House was so involved, was this done with your blessing?
Look, we were involved in the legislation all the way through.
Were you involved in that?
Yeah. I'm not going to go through all of it. We were
in the Ben Nelson deal?
We were helpful in getting the bill off the Senate floor. And in retrospect, there are things, as I said to you just earlier, things you would have done different.
You're considered a master political operative. You were the guy 4 years ago, of course, who orchestrated the Democratic takeover of the House. Where were you when Massachusetts was going down in flames for the Democrats?
Well, I mean, as soon as it was brought to my attention or the White House attention, we immediately got involved in it. I suppose, Katie, you could say that I'm responsible for not having done more at the White House, but I think that in the period of time between her winning the primary and us getting a phone call to get involved, we were immediately up there with whatever resources they asked for and more.
Would you say you dropped the ball?
That Rahm Emanuel dropped the ball?
The White House. The Democrats.
Look, I don't want to relitigate this, but there's no doubt in my mind we could have won that race.